If you've ever stood over the sink scraping burnt rice out of the pot after dinner, or tried to guess the water ratio for jasmine versus brown rice, then you know, making a simple pot of rice can turn into a frustrating guessing game. And when dinner's running late and your rice cooker spits out another mushy, sticky mess, it starts to feel like you're doing more cleanup than actual cooking. That's the kind of frustration I hear all the time in the comments. People want something reliable, something they can just set, walk away from, and trust it'll come out right. That's what caught my attention about the Toshiba 6-cup Japanese rice cooker with fuzzy logic. This machine promises to solve some of the most common rice cooker headaches: uneven cooking, boil-over messes, and that annoying keep warm feature that sometimes just dries everything out. It uses something called fuzzy logic technology, which basically means the cooker can sense what's happening inside, moisture levels, temperature, and auto-adjust while it's cooking. And for anyone who's tired of trial and error, that alone could be a game changer. But I know what you're probably wondering: does it actually do what it says? Is it really that easy to use? And what about those less obvious things, like cleaning or cooking different grains? That's exactly what we're breaking down in this video. My goal here is to give you all the details you don't get from the product page, especially if you're trying to figure out if this rice cooker is a good fit for your kitchen or not. You'll find the product link down in the description and pinned in the comments in case you want to check the specs or reviews later. But this video is all about helping you decide if it's the right tool for you. Stick around, because coming up, we'll take a close look at the design, including one detail that surprised me, and not necessarily in a good way. So, let's talk design, because the way a rice cooker is built makes a huge difference in how easy it is to use and how long it'll actually last. And that's one of the first things I noticed about the Toshiba 6-cup rice cooker. It looks simple, but you can tell it's been thought out with real home use in mind. It's compact without being tiny, about 10 inches deep by 14 wide, so it fits nicely on most countertops without hogging space. The clean white exterior blends into almost any kitchen, and the digital display is large, clear, and easy to read. If you've ever used one of those older cookers with tiny, confusing buttons, this already feels like a step up. The lid locks firmly in place, which helps prevent spills and pressure loss during cooking. And the control panel? It's intuitive. You won't need to dig through a manual just to make white rice. Each function is clearly labeled, whether you're doing brown rice, multigrain, porridge, or quick rice. Now, here's that point of attention I mentioned earlier. While the outer build feels solid, some users have noticed that the inner pot, over time, can slightly warp if it's not handled carefully, especially after heavy use or if exposed to cold water while still hot. It's rare, but worth knowing. That inner pot is non-stick and easy to clean, but it's also hand wash only. No dishwasher here. So if you're looking for ultra-durable stainless steel or dishwasher-safe parts, that might be something to consider. That said, for everyday use, especially if you're cooking rice 2 to 3 times a week, the overall construction holds up very well. The lid, steam vent, and inner cover are all removable, which makes cleaning easier than most multi-function cookers in this price range. Now that we've covered the build and layout, let's get into what really matters: how this Toshiba rice cooker performs when you actually put it to use. For starters, the fuzzy logic technology really shines in daily cooking. Instead of just turning on and off like basic models, it senses the moisture and temperature inside the pot and adjusts the heat in real time. That means your white rice comes out fluffy, not soggy, and your brown rice cooks through without that underdone crunch in the middle. It's not just marketing, the difference is noticeable. The quick rice function is surprisingly reliable when you're short on time. It cuts down the cooking time to around 35 minutes without sacrificing much in terms of texture. Is it as perfect as the longer setting? Not quite. But for weeknight meals, it gets the job done. And that's what most people need. There's also a setting for Steel-Cut Oats, which is great for breakfast meal prep. And the porridge mode, super useful if you're into congee or rice soups. It handles that thicker consistency better than most budget cookers I've seen. One thing that adds real flexibility is the steamer basket, which lets you steam vegetables or meat while your rice cooks below. It's a smart use of space and saves an extra pot on the stove. But here's something to keep in mind. The cooker wasn't designed for full-on one-pot recipes like boxed rice blends or pasta dishes. Several users noticed that when trying those, it can bubble over or leave residue in the steam vent. Not ideal unless you're willing to do a bit of cleanup. Another strong point? The 2 programmable timers. You can set your rice to be ready exactly when you need it, morning, evening, or any time in between. And the Keep Warm mode holds it at the right temperature for up to 15 hours without drying it out. So, after cooking, how easy is this Toshiba rice cooker to live with on a daily basis? Starting with the interface, it's genuinely user-friendly. The digital display is clear, even in low lighting, and the buttons respond quickly. Once you've used it once or twice, it becomes second nature. For people who aren't into techie kitchen gadgets, this one strikes a good balance between functionality and simplicity. One underrated feature is the 2 delay timers. You can load your rice in the morning, set it to be ready by dinner time, and walk away. That flexibility really helps if you're balancing work, errands, or family schedules. And the Keep Warm function, which holds the rice for up to 15 hours, doesn't dry it out or overcook it, a detail that lower-end cookers often miss. Now, let's talk cleaning. The inner pot has a non-stick coating that makes rinsing off leftover rice pretty easy, as long as you hand wash it. And that's important. This cooker is not dishwasher safe. If you accidentally put the pot or steam vent in the dishwasher, you might damage the coating or affect performance over time. One feature I really like is the removable steam cap and inner lid. These 2 parts tend to collect residue and are often hard to reach in other cookers. Here, they pop right off for quick rinsing, which helps prevent long-term buildup in odors. But, and here's a realistic heads up, if you regularly steam veggies or use the porridge mode, you'll need to clean it more thoroughly. Some users reported that thicker starches or food particles can collect near the vent area. It's not hard to clean, but it's definitely something you'll want to stay on top of. In terms of upkeep, it's very manageable, as long as you treat it like a quality appliance, not a throw-it-in-the-sink kind of gadget. So, is the Toshiba 6-cup rice cooker worth it? If what you want is consistency, convenience, and a design that actually considers real kitchen routines, then yes, this rice cooker delivers. It doesn't just cook rice, it gives you flexibility. Whether you're prepping meals for the week, making breakfast oats, or steaming veggies while your rice cooks underneath, it genuinely helps make the kitchen feel less chaotic. It's not perfect. The inner pot needs to be handled with care. It's not dishwasher safe, and it's not made for complex recipes like pasta dishes or boxed blends. But if your goal is perfectly cooked rice with minimal effort and a reliable machine that fits your schedule, this is a strong contender, especially considering it performs at a level that rivals models almost twice its price. It's not just an appliance. It's a time saver, a cleanup reducer, and for many people, a much-needed upgrade from basic rice cookers that overcook or underdeliver. If you value practicality and want a tool that actually adapts to your lifestyle, this Toshiba model is hard to beat for the price. Now, if you want to take a closer look at the specs or read more reviews from real users, the link is right there in the description and pinned comment. No pressure, just a resource if you need it. If this video helped answer your questions, hit that like button so more people can find it. Don't forget to subscribe for honest, no-fluff kitchen gear reviews. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest frustration with your current rice cooker? Or your favorite rice hack? I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.